there's an injustice against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down on them. They need you.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's Pop Culture Justice. I'm Andy Signor, and oh boy, I got a rant for you today. But we also got some breaking news, and Louis Lecca here. What's up, my man? So glad to see you, brother.
What's up, Andy? Thanks for having me here, man. I'm loving today, and I just feel, energetic and good.
We got a good topic to talk about. It's part of the reason that it's good. We're doing 2 days a week now. We get to pent up all our rage and excitement and everything to talk to you guys. So Tuesdays and Thursdays is when we're doing our lives now, and so happy to be with you guys because I got a lot to share. I got a lot to break down. I'm so excited for my man Louis to be here. All right, we got two things we got to really break down in this first part of the video. We're going to hang out and talk about a lot of stuff, but two things. First, we got breaking news that just came in. Elon Musk has announced he's hired a new CEO for SpaceX and Twitter. She will be starting in 6 weeks. My role will transition to being executive chair and CTO, overseeing product, software, and sysops. So I want to talk about that, what that means, and then sort of connected. Guys, this morning's video, 100 billion% was suppressed by YouTube. Mm-hmm. Now, why was this, Louis? I can speculate all day, but I got to say, they did not like the topic that we talked about. I need your support, guys, and I want you to go watch this in the background 10 more times during the stream. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about because they don't like us calling out their hypocrisy. The mainstream media, Hollywood Reporter, all of it, Penske Media, this is stuff that, like, when I say these keywords, YouTube is in cahoots. I believe it, conspiracy theory, whatever, cover my ass legally. But Louis, it's hard to justify any other way for what happened in this morning's video where we defended Johnny and called out the Hollywood Reporter and the attack they did. And then instead, what's being supported? Well, I've done a couple Amber videos. I don't want to keep saying it. And I purposely have not been talking about these stories because I don't want to keep giving her any light. Why do people keep talking about it? However, this is what's getting the clicks. People want positive AH stories or even just any let's put her back in the ether. But heck, if you call out the media and how they're absolutely shooting down, just defaming, attacking Mr. Depp, well, then you're suppressed. And Louis, I don't always go into my to my back end to show these things, but I'm going to do it right now. I want you just to see this. I want you guys to see this. Louis knows a little bit of here what I'm showing. This is not normal. Now, the gray area that you're going to see here is sort of like traditional. This is like, and we're on a little bit of a slump of like what we expect the algorithm, penalize, whatever it is. But this is like a low end of what we typically do anyway on an average. Look how much lower this blue line is below the average. Wow. You're telling me a channel of Johnny Depp fans, Justice for Johnny Depp supporters, didn't want to click on a video exposing the media and defending him? I just don't accept it. I don't accept that, Louis. There's no way this audience would have kept it down that low. Now, again, it's like it is. Some videos don't hit, and maybe you guys didn't click them. There may be a possibility of that. But Louis, am I crazy? When you see that line compared to this gray area of what we typically get, and then you see what the video was about, going against the media, supporting Johnny, all these things that obviously this audience cares about, do you believe for a second that was a legitimate view?
I am sick of this. Someone, Andy, pressed a button and oppressed your videos. They're oppressing anyone associated with you. This looks like the same thing with me. Videos start off strong, and all of a sudden they take a nosedive after like 2 minutes. I'm not believing this. Someone's pressing a button, oppressing channels like ours, and I am sick as hell of it because we're trying behind the scenes. We are trying so hard to deliver to you, our audience. You are our boss. We're trying to give you the best quality content possible, entertain you, lift you up when you're having a down day and stuff. And then they do this, and it's really, really discouraging. Andy's almost at 1 million subscribers. These numbers do not reflect.
No, we've gone backwards. Because YouTube's, they call it the Purge. You're experiencing it too. Steph's, I don't take offense to it because I know it's not just me. Every channel, they'll just decide to remove subscribers. Well, you're not active. And then I'll get messages like, I don't know why you unsubscribe me, Andy. They're unsubscribing actual members, supporters of our channels, just because I think to like defeat us, to make us defeated. So we give them like, there is a psychological profile of this YouTube stuff that is meant to just destroy, break you, make you do more content. It is deplorable. And you're right, Lewis. And it absolutely feels like there's a button. And more often than not, I sense in a lot of content I have noticed it more recently. But this one where I was like, bullshit. No effing way did this video perform this low. Now, I don't expect 1 million views on it. Guys, that's not what I'm talking about. It might seem minor. It might seem like we're nitpicking or complaining our views are down. No, this to me is clear proof of suppression. You're telling me you guys don't care about the media. That's what you guys click on. I can go through all my videos and show you the data to prove that this should at least have been in the gray area, if not above it. Tradition, how this, guys, I look at the data all day long and how you guys click on it. This video was suppressed. Why? Now, I am imploring you of 2 things. Please support my man Lewis here, Steph, Kim, myself. Today's the day. It's been brutal out there on the YouTubes. If you've been holding out or you want to drop a tip in the tip jar, now is the time. But beyond that, there's some other ways you can tip and support. One, please go back and I want to test a theory. I'm going to put a lot of pointers in this video just to prove it again. Will this video actually get over that hump and actually push the algorithm backwards? Like, no, you can't suppress us. Or is this going to they're just going to constantly push it down and not let you get it to a point where it needs to be heard. And this video is just awful. And I don't want to break it all down again, but I saw someone in the chat, Andy, I don't want to watch this because I didn't want to watch AH. And this video wasn't about her. Or this video today wasn't supposed to be about her either. The only reason I'm bringing her up is because this is the media that they're letting you get it. People magazine's going off on this. She's spotted on a run after, who cares? Who cares? People, why are you harassing her, posting her paparazzi photos? Leave her alone. Oh, she's now stepping out of Madrid. Oh, here she is, guys, happy with a stroller. I'm sure all these weren't staged. Why on earth is this news? Why are people still giving a crap about this woman? Stop talking about it. I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to give it light. So then we go and make this, and you're telling me a positive, supportive, exposing the media video about Johnny Depp on this channel is at that level? Nonsense, Lewis.
Not buying it.
Nonsense.
I'm not buying it, but before we continue, you all could help us. All 1,000 people here, share this video somehow. There's a little button on the bottom that says share. Share it anywhere. Facebook, I don't even care. MySpace, do some smoke signals. That's a little bit how we could combat this. But they're definitely oppressing our videos. And look, we build YouTube. There's a reason it's called YouTube. It's supposed to be for the little person, someone who just wants to get a camera, vlog themselves, have a good time, talk about whatever, knitting, whatever, current affairs, their love life. We build these platforms. The common person build these platforms. Then you got companies like Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, and they come on here on the bandwagon once it's big. And now I feel like all these social media networks want to bump us off and leave the corporate in there. Now we could just roll.
Well, hold on. I don't want to forget something you just said. Not to interrupt. Jimmy Kimmel's not even posting this week. Jimmy Kimmel's on a writer's strike. Yet another reason why I don't believe these analytics. And I'm opening up even more, guys.
True.
Look at this. True. This video this morning, I lost a subscriber and gained none. Bullshit. Bullshit. The data is, and I'm probably this video, my whole channel's in suppressed because I'm exposing this to you. This isn't me being cocky, like, oh, boo-boo, I want moves. We are on an unleveled playing field. There is shenanigans at foot, and it's not right to any creator, not just me, but to Lewis, to anybody who's spending their energy becoming a creator. Getting this. You're telling me that whole video where I tell everyone to subscribe and explicit, I didn't get one new subscriber? That's impossible. Wow. That is impossible. I lost one. That's what they're telling me in my data. I didn't gain a single subscriber out of the 8,000 views that I've watched so far. I only lost one. Lewis, make that make sense. That's just impossible.
Well, we did make it make sense. Someone's pressing a button.
Yes.
Believe it or not, they've got to be doing this, folks. And we are sick and tired of it. Like I said, we've been working behind the scenes. We've been, oh man, we even like, if you knew we could make videos just on behind the scenes things here, just trying to bring the good content to you all. YouTube or whoever it is, just, when you're going to change something, change this. Everyone who's subscribed, just notify them. Respect your own viewers. Respect the people that love YouTube. Respect the people that support YouTube by notifying at least 25% of the people that subscribe to the creator. Respect that at least. That's all you have to fix. I don't want to, anything else is just irrelevant, folks. And it's not like if you're not making a lot of money off it, they're making 30 cents or more off each dollar, Andy. When we go live, it's not like they don't get a huge percentage of the revenue. They do, and they deserve it. I'm not anti people making a living and stuff like that. They are giving us this platform that works pretty well technically, but not backing us up. You know what I mean? And I'm just frustrated, man.
Hold on, I got Bessie Knox. I got to talk to this Bessie Knox, who's clearly a bot. Her son knows better. She just called her son, who's in tech and knows. And YouTube can't adjust the algorithm because blah blah blah. Dude, are you on drugs? YouTube can't address its own algorithm. Dude, let me open up the door a little, Bessie. Dude, YouTube adjusts their algorithm if you post more than 3 videos a day. That's how silly it is. If I post 3 videos a day, and I don't wait 24 hours from the first video, and I'm not even talking like at midnight it resets. The algorithm is so stupid and changes every single day. If I post 4 videos, one of those videos is affected by its algorithm. It's just not shared as much. It absolutely changes all the damn time. There is no rhyme or reason to this algorithm. If your users just don't click at a certain point because you uploaded at the wrong time, boom, algorithm changes and Fs you. They absolutely have powers behind the scenes to what's that word? When you throttle channels and do this stuff. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You can say whatever you want, but stop spreading lies. You don't know what you're talking about. There are bugs currently, and I've spoken to reps. I have access behind the scenes, guys, to people and high-level channels. I'm 100 million%. There are bugs afoot. There are opportunities where the algorithm thinks the real-time views don't match the behind-the-scenes views. It's madness over there, and there's no way to check it. We're at the whim of just trusting Google, trusting the YouTube gods that there's nothing afoot. I'm over it. Nonsense. Now, I want to say, sometimes videos don't perform. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. But the algorithm judges you based on previous performances, and advertisers also can decide what your CPMs are based on things. There's so much adjustable stuff that affects this, algorithm, this weird, fluid coding that nobody can explain. Nobody can explain. I don't care what tech son you have. The algorithm is just completely it's like a mystery gas. It doesn't make any sense. It changes from time to time. We had a test the whole time where they decided to change something behind the scenes. And ever since then, both you and I have seen massive drops in views because they fixed it. But did they ever fix it, Lewis?
No. And guess what? I went full-time around that week, man. Boy, do I feel like I quit my job for this because I had faith in it. We're growing. And I want to say one thing respectfully to the lady or person who mentioned that they cannot manipulate views. Then why do they offer pay for views? You can actually pay to boost views to be more present. That's manipulating exposure right there. So they can manipulate it. You pay, they give you. And look, even if they said, hey, Lewis or Popcorn Planet, if you pay $100, you're going to get 100 views. No, it's like $100 per view. It's ridiculous. And then you have to make a good advertisement. Absolutely 100%. They can manipulate the algorithm here. There's rules they set up. They have a channel where you can learn about the algorithm. And a lot of the channels that get views totally do the opposite of what they recommend. So I don't know. A few years ago, I was of the theory that there is no algorithm here. It's just, they pick and choose who the winners are. And people disagreed with me. So I don't know, but folks, again, over 1,000 people here, press the like button, share this video. That's the best thing you could do. And, alternative forms of media, Popcorn Plants on IG, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, to take it back to where we started, like someone's like, well, I don't understand, why would they hurt themselves by keeping, and that's a fair question, Marion. I'm happy to answer fair questions, but I'm not going to argue with someone's weird ghost son that apparently knows more than us. Sorry, talk about
Objection, hearsay.
we're gonna focus on facts here and experience. But the question was, I'm not arguing it, but why would YouTube hurt themselves by keeping people from seeing a video? That's how they get paid at YouTube as well as the creators. It doesn't make sense to me. Let me break it down, and I'm going to bring it to Elon and come back full circle on this whole experience. Because Elon's admitted the same thing. He's promoting certain tweets if you pay for them. If you have Twitter Plus, and if you post video, he's made it very clear, algorithm's going to reward you more. So again, proof that algorithms absolutely do change, unlike Bessie's son's telling you. They can absolutely adjust how an algorithm affects content in certain channels. And like Lewis said earlier, advertisers prefer going up against Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. Advertisers don't like the term AH. I'll be honest, I've heard that. My CPM goes down, which is like the cost per clicks. Just because you get views doesn't mean you get the same amount of revenue per certain videos based off of your keywords. There's a lot of stuff behind the scene, guys. And I don't mean, again, I'm not just trying to here to complain to say, oh, I need more money, we need more views. That's not what this is about. I'm frustrated with the system is broken and it's not being honest to you. It's not being honest to me. It's not being honest to any creator. And I wish they would just have clear rules and follow them so we all know what was actually happening. And at the end of the day, yes, I do believe they hinder and support views towards more ad-friendly content, such as Hot Ones and other big network-friendly channels, Saturday Night Live, etc. They get better advertising dollars for stuff that's safer than us, who's talking about, Jeffy's Island or whatever the crazy things that we talk about that the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear or that advertisers don't want to buy dollars against. At the end of the day, YouTube wants to make money and support the content that's going to make the most money. They have algorithms that literally can deduce whether you say curse words in the first 5 seconds of a video. They know exactly what's going on. The AI has gotten so advanced that this AI algorithm knows everything about your video, has read everything in your thumbnails, and knows, and I believe, my conspiracy theory, whatever, I believe then puts you in a rating system of how reliable you are. Now, there are audience members that can help you get there, etc. And if you're in like an algorithm wave of like you're popular, it does help you. There are certain channels that I think no matter what always do better because they do have a dedicated audience that watches no matter the algorithm. That does happen. We are more current event based, and that's why our views go up and down. But again, the proof's in the pudding, guys. Make this make sense. Make this make sense. You're telling me an audience of Johnny Depp supporters, which let's be real, a lot of you guys are, and what my audience is, an audience that I've been very vocal and supportive when I call out the media, and you're telling me this seems normal to you when this is the normal? Like, look at the difference. And it's down, and I've seen this happen before, and it's like, a video that's not clicking with you guys. And that makes sense. Like I'll do a Kylie Jenner video when I'm in the middle of a Gwyneth trial, and it's like, you guys don't care. And I don't complain about that because I'm like, all right, I took a shot, I missed. This doesn't make any damn sense. Now, why would they suppress it? That's the question. Why would they push this alleged button? I don't know, maybe go watch the video and hear about the stuff we're calling out and then ask that question again, that we're really the conspiracy theorists here. Penske Media, Hollywood Reporter, Google, they're all doing these shady tactics and they don't like people being honest about it. That's just my 2 cents. I could be off. There could be another reason why we're shadow banned or whatever the reasons are, but that's my initial gut suspicion. Lewis, what is now that I put it all out there, what is your suspicion on it? Why do you think they're doing this?
For many years now, YouTube has been part of smart TVs. They obviously want to be a channel, a TV network. They used to have the YouTube Red thing. I don't know if they still have it. Their only successful thing was Cobra Kai, kind of, and then they sold it to Netflix. Everything else was bad. And I feel that now, even if we're the first to report on something, it doesn't matter what it is, the main news networks show up first in the search engine, okay? No matter if we report something big weeks before them, it could be the same topic. They always show up before. Do the experiment, folks. And I feel that if the creators that are not attached to corporations go against the narrative, those channels are oppressed because they want to pander to the corporate-owned news outlets because they ultimately want this to be a news source, a television, like almost like a TV network, YouTube TV network. You could get Fox, you could get CNN stuff here, you know, and that's my theory. So if their narrative is good, Depp bad, they're gonna YouTube knows that, and to keep them happy, they're gonna get rid of us. Again, how do you remedy this? I don't know, but you all could share this video right now to start with. Okay, let me do this real quick, Andy, if you could give me a second. Press 1 if you're new to this channel, first time ever bumping into this channel. Press 1 in the comments, because it's that pressing 1 in the comments is something I think started on my channel. And back in the day on Nerd Report, when I used to say, like about a few months ago, is there any new people on this feed? Did anyone bump into this channel for the first time on this feed? I used to get at least 10, 20 new one people pressing 1. Now I don't get anyone. I get no new people coming to my channel at all.
Because the algorithm, this is a part of the problem, Lewis, and why you guys need to understand it. Because our algorithm is now this, because they've chosen to hit the button on a video that should have at least performed as usual. Like, that's what I like. Again, I don't need millions of views on this video. That's not what it's about. I'm not complaining about the revenue or the views. I'm complaining about this isn't correct. Based on what I know of the data of my videos, for the topic and everything else that I did everything right on this video. It should have at least performed average. At least performed average. Or hell, I would have accepted below average, and I would have been like, oh, well, I missed another one. But when I saw this, I was like, there's a bigger problem here. And then we get punished. So because this blue line is so far below the gray line, when that happens too many times, they again adjust the algorithm. They share the videos less to you because they're like, this guy's just not popular. Even though I feel they've suppressed it. There's an error on their end where you're not, I see it. You guys are telling me in the chat right now that you've had to resubscribe twice, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it's maddening. And the only reason I'm just getting passionate and upset with you guys is because I want to always be transparent. This is it can be defeating because you're working your ass off. You're busting your butt to get the content. You're doing good work. You're putting stuff out you're passionate about, and YouTube doesn't care. And then it's like, if I go do a video just talking about jogging, I bet you I would have made 100,000 views, Lewis. But no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to try. I did a couple videos. I felt like I said my piece. I called out that she quit. I called out that she lied about quitting. And now we're trying to move on. But no, YouTube would reward me. I bet you $1 million if I had done that video this morning. Boom! It would have been skyrocketed. Why? Why are they supporting her? Or even just the harassment of her? Because at a certain point, it's like, why are we looking at her jogging in Spain? Like, I don't like the woman. I don't want to talk about this woman. I don't like to say her name. But why is this a headline? Like, who cares? And it's not even that they're so... This is People Magazine just doing puff pieces for her out there and rewarding it. And then people on Twitter, yay, all hail our queen. Like, what is going on, Lewis? And then when we call out the media and its connection and all this stuff, the fact that they're trying to vilify him for apparently some Saudi organization funded something. Meanwhile, the Saudis are literally, Hollywood Reporter is funded by them, but oh no, Johnny's the bad guy. Like, when I call out the hypocrisy, oh, the video then tanks. Like, oh, convenient. Oh yeah, this one just was a bad video. Your audience didn't like it, Andy. BS. I'm calling BS. I don't accept this anymore. And I'm curious, what do you guys think? Am I nuts? Now, again, full circle to the breaking news. There's not a lot to say here because we don't know what this means yet, but we'll know in the coming weeks. And as he announces who this is and the plans, I'm curious to see what Elon does, because Twitter is a whole nother beast where he's claiming to try to, knock all this. But I'm not seeing it, Lewis. I don't see a raised interaction from my tweets as a Twitter Blue member. I've seen no perks. In fact, I've seen less engagement since becoming a Blue member. I feel like he also has his own weird algorithm that if you're not a subscriber, you're not getting it. So not only do you have to buy Twitter Blue, but then you guys have to pay to join me. And then it's like, it's just too much. For what? To read my tweets? Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to charge you to read my tweets. It feels a little excessive, does it not, Lewis? It's like, it's bizarre to me. So I was excited at first. I've been very hesitant about him. I've called out my issues with him. I'm really upset by his lack of safety on Twitter. People can target, harass you, and spam you in your own replies, even after you've blocked them. They can then just make a new account and do it again. organizations like Meta, who I'm not crazy about, at least stop that. But Elon, I think, doesn't want to get rid of the spam accounts. He wants them there to goose the numbers for advertising. That's why he's afraid to actually do the right things and keep it safe. He wants to goose his numbers so he has a bigger platform. But how honest is that? Let's keep it real and keep it honest like you said you would. And I don't think he is. So it'll be interesting to see who this next person is and if they even have any say or if Elon's just going to be still chiming in from afar. Who the hell knows? But Lewis, what are your thoughts on all this?
Make no mistake about it. Elon Musk is still going to be calling the shots with the CEO. I don't know. Look, I'm going to agree with you on this one. I know we've bumped heads about Elon Musk. But I'm going to say, look, you are more active on YouTube. I feel like right now I'm thinking about it logically, and I feel you have more of a right to say you're upset with YouTube, with Twitter, sorry, than I do, because I haven't had time to really go on there and dig deep and stuff. So as a Twitter follower, I think Elon Musk needs to listen to people like you. About the trolls and stuff like that. It is way more difficult to get trolled on Facebook, but also the format of Facebook and Twitter are very different. You know, Twitter is kind of like it's like a, what it's called? It's like a messenger or what's it called?
A cesspool?
A text message. It's like a text message that everyone sees. You know,
oh, yeah, like a group text, yeah.
Like a group text, right? So it's not real. The nature of it is different. I did like that I heard last week that you could start monetizing it through videos, but then when I click on it, you have to get approved. And my experience with me is that the goalpost for approval always gets moved when I get there. So that is frustrating for me. Again, people that use Twitter more, if they're upset, that is the target audience. CEO changing, I don't know what it means. I don't know how this guy could physically do 25 things at the same time, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so I just wanted to rant because it's been bugging me and I want to get it off my chest because when I saw that I was like, this doesn't make sense. This data, it just doesn't make sense. And then they tell you, well, it's just fewer videos from the all the excuses are always the same from YouTube. I don't believe it anymore. I do believe there are some legitimate bugs. There are. I see it. Guys, they punish us just so you know it all and why we get annoyed. And thank you for hearing us out today and thank you for the support. We'll tell you again at the end of this how to support, but I've been told this by the YouTube people themselves. Your videos are judged based on your last performance, based on how your subscribers click. But if you guys don't get those notifications immediately, well, then it's not a fair judgment. So they're judging it based on how they've deduced who's going to get the notification. And then it's basically on a whim of who they decided to notify and if those people were available to do it. And so that's how we're judged as creators. And then our video lives or dies based on who the algorithm chose to alert. And I'm seeing a lot of our hardcore people are here during the lives and you guys aren't getting alerted. Some of you are, but not too many of you aren't. In which case then, because you didn't get alerted, because you're someone who would watch the show, because you didn't, well, we had less clicks that day, and then suddenly the video, and then therefore the channel gets punished, and then we have to we go down the algorithm, and we're down because we are seen as not exciting or popular, or whatever the justifications of YouTube are, and they're going to send that allocation of views to a more popular channel to get more of that revenue. That's how it works. They're a business trying to funnel it off to whoever is going to make them the most dollars, right? And the only way we win as creators is by making sure you guys are actually there, showing up and watching everything we post. That's the reality of YouTube. And when you don't, we're doing it. And it's not a pressure to like tell you what to do and you got to watch it all. I mean, please do if you like what we make here. But I'm just trying to pull out the system is broken. And it's like, sure, we could leave the system and go somewhere else. But Google has a stronghold in this. And this is where you guys know where we are. And this is the easiest place to do it. And it's just frustrating that we have to go up against this Goliath who just doesn't tell us straight answers. Because they don't, even if this is the way, then just admit it. Be like, yeah, just put it out there. Even if the rules are unfair, treat us all fairly. You know what I mean? That's to me what's so wrong about what YouTube does. And then they're just going to look at this chart and tell me that I'm crazy and gaslight me and to say, yeah, it's because you just, the video wasn't good. That's why it didn't work. Viewers just weren't interested and it wasn't good. Now, if I had posted that video probably at a different time, maybe it would have done, who knows? But the system is broken. It's not fair. It's not right. And I'm over it. And I've seen it affecting Lewis. I've seen it affecting Steph. I've seen it affecting all of our close friends and collaborators. And it's weird. It's gross. I'm working on other ways to get you notified because honestly, that's how a video performs. The secret to YouTube, you ready? You got your pads out? Get as many people as you know to watch it in that first hour. That's it. On top of obviously, being a good video, something ideally trending that people want to click and watch. But beyond all that, you got to post it and get views in that first hour to really know if you're going to do really well. Will your subscribers click on it? Is it, worthy? That's the dilemma. And so guys, I can't implore enough. Thank you for the support. How can you help? Well, there's ways to donate. I've seen some who did. Claire, thank you so much. Throw my buck in the tip jar. Love you all. Love you so much, Claire. Thank you. Amanda K. JD fans should cancel their subscription to People magazine. Cite legitimate journalism as the reason. Thank you, Amanda K. And then She-Hawk, thank you for your support. And Carbonized Stardust, you're always so generous. Notice Law and Crime have upped their live interviews with fans since the Johnny Depp trial. You guys are 100% at war with mainstream media. We got you. Yeah, thank you all for that. Keep the support coming. You can do it through the pinned comment, through the description. Our link tree has all the ways to not only support myself monetarily, but also Lewis, Steph, Kim, etc., all the friendlies. But you can, if you can't afford it, no worries. Thanks to those who can. You got to support your content creators. It's like PBS. It's like anybody else. We need your support to keep surviving. If you can't do that, though, you know what you can do? Share the video. Like the video. Again, we say it all the time, but I'm going to do it again. I know it seems repetitive when I do it, but I'm playing the video. Go to that subscribe button right now. Are you subscribed? If you aren't, make sure you got the alert. Then you got to smash that like button, and then you got to leave a comment. All that engagement matters. But you got to smash that bell so you get notified. And then when you see it, if you really want to be one of our zealots, if you will, our hardcore, our diehards for your creators, you got to click on those notifications when you see them. Even if it's just in the background, those are the most important things you can do to help a creator for free. Smashing the like, leaving a comment as you watch, engaging, sharing it. Those are the ways you can help us get through this algorithm punch, and then it'll get seen by other people, and it helps to grow the community and get the truth out there. So I appreciate you all. Support Lewis over at Nerd Report. Steph, it's Kim, everybody. Keep the tips coming. We got lots more to talk about here. In fact, we're going to go into more stories, but I want to clip it here for the live sake. If you want to see the full show and also support us, consider becoming a member. Pick a tier, and then you pick one of those tiers, you hit join, and then you put your credit card, whatever info, it'll do it, and then you become a member. You'll be able to use our emojis, get the replays on the members only playlist, which is on the main channel page, and other amazing fun perks. But most importantly, you'll be supporting our coverage. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Let's get to some more news on the live feed. If you're watching, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the replay, eventually videos will appear here. Click on those. Support your channel. Support your creators. Appreciate you guys.